Good morning. How the devil are you today? How's your weekend been so far? Well, you know what day it is. It's Sunday. It's 10 a.m. So it only can mean one thing. It's time for the famous Foxes Aftermath show, run by the fans, for the fans. Your opinion matters. Get those comments in. Come on, let's get going. Come on, you Foxes.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Morning, how the devil are you? It's FA Cup day. It's the holders of the FA Cup played lower league Notts Forest in the fourth round of the Cup today. The A46 derby. It's the 150th FA Cup. Are we going to keep hold of it this year? I want to know. Get your comments in. I want to know all your views, your team news, your selection, your score predictions, what you think of Forest. Get them in them comments there. Let's get a few hellos first. Letitia, come on, you Foxes. Yes. Jono, prove me wrong, Jono. Yes. Zach, morning. That's very early. Or is it still night time for you, Zach? Good. The Toby 128. Good morning, Jamie. A win today, please. Leicester City fearless Foxes never quit. Yes, we would love a bit of fearless Foxes that never quit. Morning, Facebook user, whoever you are. Just click that link. That's all we need to do. Just click that link so we can see who it is that you're saying. Another one, morning. Just click that link. Neil Birchnough, how are you, pal? Stephen, another Facebook user, morning. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Just click that link. That's all you've got to do. There's so many hellos, Craig, Maz, Jaffrey, Lewis Cato. There's so many. If I've missed you out at the minute, I'm so sorry. Ian, how are you? Mike Rook, how are you? There's so many. Morning, John. Oh, my Scottish fox, sort of a Scottish fox. Hope you're well. Right, I'm going to bring in Reedy, who's actually going to be at the game later on today. Let's bring Reedy in for his views. I was going solo, but I thought I needed a sidekick today. There's that many comments coming on. How the devil are you, pal?
I am good. Obviously, you know this situation I was in last night. I had a bit of a pie on my own, ready for the game today. But yeah, all good. I can't wait for today.
You were having an Irish disco, weren't you? You're going disco here and disco there.
Yes, I was, mate.
As long as you enjoyed it. And how are you feeling this morning, pal?
All right. Not too bad, but not the greatest.
First question for you. Patrick Hooker said, let's hope our prima donnas are up for the battle and not buckle it. What do you think to that comment? That's the first comment for you, Reader. Are we up for it?
Who's the prima donnas, though? And are we up for it? Because I said in my show, it's more about is the tactics and is Rodgers got it in him to, even if we're 1-0 up, will he go defensive again? I don't know. But people are saying you should really be putting in your youngsters today instead of anyone else because of the passion they will have instead of someone like, I don't know, a Tillemans who just knows he wants to just play for the team and not try and win a game for a derby.
Here's a question for you. RF. Morning, Jamie Reedy. If we lose today, for me, that makes Brendan Rodgers' position unattainable. Do you think it's that bad if we lose today? I'm not sure. I know cup games matter, yes, but is it unattainable, do you think? Is his job going to be in that position?
It's a hard one because I've been positive the last few weeks with how we've been looking like.
Makes a
like
change
attacking wise, I know. Yeah, attacking wise, it's been absolutely outstanding. It's just we need to sort the defensive out. So if we lose to someone like Forest today, yes, like I say, it's got bragging rights on it, but I don't think it's going to be. I don't think Rodgers' job's going to be on the line for it because, again, he's been in so many derbies before with Liverpool and Swansea and all that. He knows how to win these games, so it's a hard one. I don't think it would be off on the line if he does, though.
Right, Craig Carver has just added, who will be the centre-backs today? Who do you think the centre-backs will be? What pairing do you think it will be for the Trees versus the Foxes? Who do you think it will be, pal?
Marty and Chowdhury for me.
Marty and Chowdhury. So you're going for a Marty and Chowdhury, are you?
Probably,
Sure.
obviously, unless Sunchu's in there, maybe you probably would start him over Chowdhury. But the way both players have been playing, you can't not fault them for both being in that back line.
No, because is it Gabon or Gabion? I can't remember how you pronounce his name. He's injured, isn't he? The Forest striker.
Graben.
Graben, that's it. You know what my pronunciations are like. So it might be Soyuncu might be there with, I think, Big Dan. I think it'll be the same too. Big Dan and Soyuncu will start them games today. It's good news about little Wes, isn't it? Just as we've got talking about the centre half, he's going to start training Valentine's, isn't it? So they'll be loving the air at the training ground when he starts playing again, won't they? It'll be nice to see. Do you know this stuff, Leicester Support Voice Reader? Your season ticket is ready to collect from reception due to your hard work over the seasons. Do you know this guy? Because I don't know whether you know. Young Reedy here on my left-hand or right-hand side used to do a bit of graphic work at Notts Forest. Used to have a sort of a job at Notts Forest. I don't know if everyone know that, but his loyalties are to Leicester 100%, always have been. But he used to work for Notts Forest. He used to be on the dark side, earning pennies. That's even better. You're earning money from the dark side. That makes it even better, though, doesn't it, Reedy?
Yeah, exactly. Like I say, every day I walked in, it was like, yep, I do still support Leicester, so you can't have me like that. But I don't. To be honest, I don't know if he's on about that, but it just seems a bit suspicious how he's talking about it.
Yeah, he knows you, doesn't he? I think there's more people out there that know you than you think, pal. You're probably getting too popular. Craig Carver says Castagna. I think Castagna's still injured, isn't he?
Yes, yeah, I think so.
I think he's still injured, unfortunately. But there's one player that I do want to see playing, which I hope will play, is KDH today. I think KDH is having a stormer. And do you think KDH is a future captain of Leicester?
Yes. Just say one word, yes. Like you said before, I don't think a captain should be a keeper. They're at the back of the pitch. They can't really do much in the attack. So for me, the best sort of captain we could have had was someone like Esteban Cambiasso. You knew he was how to control a midfield. You know how to do that. So for me, the more experience Dewsbury Hall gets, the better it will be. And then hopefully at some point he will.
Andy Sheaver says, did you used to hide some LCFC graphics in the background? That would have been fantastic. That would have, wouldn't it? Just slipped a couple in there.
I wish I could, but I think I would have got sacked.
What's he saying? Reedy is like Darth Vader in Return of the Jedi. Finally saw the light and destroyed the Empire. Yes. I didn't quite go that bad. Oh, Ross was in Leicester last night, wasn't he? So hopefully he had a decent night and hopefully saw the best parts of Leicester about 3:00 this morning.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, he told me to go. He did tell me, "Oh, come on, I'll buy you a drink." I went, "No, I'm all right, thank you. I'm having a party of my own."
Yes, we all saw your party last night, didn't we, pal? We all saw your party last night. So come on then. What do you think the team? Everyone now, the team. Oh wait, hold on. Whoa. Before Craig, it seems to be Craig asking all the questions today. Data, I think he means Daka there. I think his autocorrect's gone wrong there. Daka and Nacho up front. What do you think? Would that be a good partnership? Seeing Daka and Nacho up there?
Either way, Daka starts, even if Kelechi didn't come back and he was still in the AFCON. Him coming back and with the goal contributions that we've seen through Daka and Kelechi, maybe both of them would work perfectly together. Like you saw with Vardy and Iheanacho the end of last season. Pace with a bit of a keep the ball up the pitch with Kelechi. I think it would work perfect.
Yeah, Ross says he'll come on if I send him the link. And I don't want to talk about your night out, Ross. I think we'll leave that for another. That's a new show on its own, totally. Ross's nights out. It used to be Ross's salad. Now it's Ross's night out. We'll leave that one for another show. My mate John Maxwell. Jamie, do you think Brendan needs to pick himself up as he's not getting a good review on his winning streaks at the minute? He isn't, is he? What do you think Rodgers has got to do today to get the crowd back on his side, the Leicester fans?
I don't think it's got to do with him today. We've just got to see the passion. We've got to see the fight against a Derby team that we need to be winning. Even if we don't win today and we go out and fight for it, I couldn't care less. But Rodgers needs to have that tactic. I said at the end of my show that Rodgers needs to have the determination and the tactics in his head to, if we go 1 or 2-0 up, you can't just defend it. Because the last 2 times we've done that in the last 2 games, we've absolutely crapped the bed for it. So we've got to make sure we can get through a game.
Yeah. Somebody's answered my question. Play attack-minded football. I think that's how Rodgers has got to do it. Mark Harrison has said, "Morning, Mark. Long time no see. I wouldn't play Tillemans and Maddison together. Come on, because you love a bit of Tillemans, don't you?"
No, I like Maddison.
Yeah, that's what. Oh, sorry, that's what I mean. Sorry, I put Maddison there. Sorry.
I love my Maddison.
You love Maddison. Would you play
not...
Tillemans and Maddison together? Is that the right combination? How would you line that midfield up? Because there was lots of talk about how we would play.
It's a hard one because now we've got a lot more players back. You don't know who will be in that midfield. You've obviously got Tillemans, Maddison, Dewsbury Hall, Soumare. Now indeed he's back as well. I don't know who doesn't fit in because every single one probably deserves to be put in. Maybe other than Youri Tillemans, but you wouldn't drop him in this game.
Yeah.
It's a hard one. If you're playing Maddison, you probably would play Tillemans and Dewsbury Hall, but then you're losing either Soumare or I don't know.
Morning, Ben. How are you? He says, yeah, don't care if we win ugly today. Result all that matters. Yes, it does. Right then, we're going to do the team. We're going to try and do the team. You and me are going to put our Brendan Rodgers hats on.
Go on.
And talk team. Where's he gone now?
Gone to get my notepad.
You've got to get your notepad. Oh, right. It's going to be Casper in goal, I would have thought. Or do you think Danny Ward will get a shot today?
I think, yeah. I don't want to be harsh. Danny Ward, he probably if a penalties comes to it, he probably could be subbed on because we know he's probably a better penalty stopper. But you can't drop Casper in this game.
No. FA Cup is a different scenario from regular league games. Lower clubs see it as their own final. Yeah, lower league clubs, David, do see it. I'm glad you made that point. We're playing a lower league team today as their own final, so they put a bit more into their performance. There may be 2-3-2 with the Foxes. Yes, it's going to be a tough game, isn't it? It's going to be a tough game. So your fullbacks then? Are we going for a back four or are we going for a flat back five? Sorry, are we going for a back five or a flat back four? What do you think?
Well, if you're going for a back five, you probably would put Vestergaard in there. So I wouldn't do that. But I
think it's going to be a back four today. I really do.
That's what I mean. If it's a back five, Vestergaard would probably be in there, which is probably not the best idea. So it probably would be a back four for me.
Yeah. So you'd go with JJ at fullback, yes, at right back, yeah.
Yes.
Or would you go with Mark Albrighton at right back?
It depends, because I've heard. I don't know if you've heard that. Isn't Ricardo Pereira back in training? I don't know if he's fit, but
I don't think Ricky P. Oh, sorry, wrong one. I don't think Ricky P is fit enough yet. I'm not sure. It's a tough one. I think he might be on the bench, but I don't think he'll start today. You might see him start against Liverpool and give Tyler Morton a good kicking up the arse on Thursday. I don't think he'll start. I think he'll be on the bench, but I don't think he'll start today. So for me personally, it'd be JJ at right back and Luke Thomas at left back. That's where I'm going for. The two fullbacks for me would be Thomas and JJ. That's where I'm thinking.
Yeah, well, JJ's in there for me definitely. It just depends which side, because obviously if Ricardo Pereira does play, in say a shock return of Ricardo Pereira coming in, then you'd play JJ on the left and then Ricardo on the right. But if not, I would play Luke Thomas on the right, on the left.
Yeah, you don't throw Ricardo back into a Leicester Forest derby. I think you've got to have a bit of Ricardo, quality player, but I'm not quite sure he's not quite strong enough for this kind of fixture. I don't think in the cup. Maybe once he's got his fitness back, yes, I do. But I don't think. Yeah, I think he'll be on the bench if we need him. But I'm not sure he will start today. So you went for your two centre halves. Who were they? Amati and Chowdhury, weren't they?
Yes, that's just because of their performance at the moment.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Amati and Soyuncu as my two fullbacks. Yeah, Mr. Massive. Everyone loves a bit of Mr. Massive now and again. So even though he's not playing so well yet, and he wants to leave the club, I still like him, and I think he's got to be better than Vestergaard. I would have thought playing that position. Probably. We shall see. So anybody else who agrees with me and who agrees with Reedy? Who do you think will be at centre backs? Castagna, I think Castagna is still injured, unfortunately. He's out for a few more weeks, whoever that Facebook user is. He's out for a few more weeks, I think. Where's that question? I would rather play Warwick Davis and Vestergaard. Michael, how the devil are you? Hope your operation on your mouth was okay. When talking about fullbacks, you have to consider who the wing backs is on that. Yes, you do, pal. That's why we're not sure exactly what kind of lineup we're going for. I honestly think it will be. Who did I say? Oh, Cags and Marty. I think that would be the morning, Mark. Watching it. Oh, what time are you watching it tonight, Mark? Is it on what time is it in Melbourne, isn't it? You're in Melbourne, so what time is it? There must be a late one there, really, would you thought? Middle of the morning.
Probably,
Melbourne,
yeah, probably, yeah.
There's a lot of people going for Sun, Q and a Marty, Cags and a Marty. There's one here, Hamza as centre back, whoever the Facebook user is. Pete Macca, how the devil are you? You're in the High Cross now before catching the train. You won't even see the game. You'll be bloody hell, Macca. You were lucky to get a ticket, you were. I'd thank your mates if I was you and give him at least a few quid if I was you. That's for certain. You were lucky. Ross has said, Amati to Chowdhury. Vestergaard is about as much use as Boris Johnson. I would have said as much use as a chocolate teapot. The match is at 10 a.m. in the States. So that's not too bad in the States, but it varies, doesn't it? It's 9:15 currently at the moment. So it's another 6 hours till kickoff. So it's 3:15 in the morning. He's got to get up. Jesus Christ, that's just for the start, and then it's Monday morning there, isn't it, Mark? It's Monday morning. So have you got the day off, or are you going to work? God, blimey, that's a tough one, isn't it? That's a tough one. Morning, John. How are you? Good morning, fellows. Did I just hear you say Cags wants to leave? Yes, there's reports, John, that Cags does want to leave. He wanted to leave in the summer, but they wouldn't let him because there was of the injuries. 11 o'clock at Thailand. Yeah, they're about 6 hours ahead of us, aren't you? I'm already here. Going to see my nana and get her predictions for the game. We're doing predictions in a bit. Mark said, all good for it to work at 6:30 a.m. Blimey. So he's just going to stay up. Not like you,
really. I was going to say, that's literally the end of the game and you're going straight to work.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It is. That's loyalty for you. When you're in Australia, you get up that early in the morning. Is the High Cross, Macca, is the High Cross busy? I bet it is this time of the morning. Ivan, oh, no, it's not Ivan, sorry. It's another Sierra Leone fan. Can you pronounce that? Nakaya Dugbar? Sorry if I've got it wrong, but I'm trying to. It's 1:15. So they're the same time as me, then they're only an hour ahead of me. So we've gone past the centre. We've gone back to the defence. Now what about the midfield? What about midfield? Yeah. How are we going to do the midfield today? What do you think?
It depends. Let me ask you a question. Would you play two strikers or would you play... Yeah, so you're going two strikers. So would you
going for my two strikers. My two strikers would be Daka and Nacho. That's how I would play it.
I would, but then again, I always say the moment you put two strikers up front, you can't play wingers as such.
Yeah, but if you play the diamond formation in the midfield, that you have Ndidi is the holding midfielder, and then you have Tillemans and other, and then Maddison as your number 10 just behind the front two.
Yeah,
so play like a 4-1-2-1-2. Is that right? Is my math?
4-1-2-1-2 or like a 4-2-3-1 kind of formation.
That means I'd play Maddison just behind the front two.
Yeah.
And then I'd have Big Wilf. It'd be great to see Wilf. Wilf has got to play, hasn't he? Wilf has to play. I've lost Wilf. Where's Wilf? There he is. Wilf has to play today. He's got to start. If he's back, if he's fit, he's not injured, he has to start. And then I'll play Tillemans. But then I'm struggling. For that other side of the diamond. How would you... That's the kind of thing. What kind of player would you have there? Normally, you'd have Lookman. Well, you'd have Barnes or Lookman, wouldn't you? As the other player. If you're playing a different formation, you'd have Barnes or Lookman, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd have both on both wings if it was one strike formation, that's the issue. So then you drop both of them and you have another midfielder in there.
Unless we play a let me get this right, a 4-1-3-1 and have Lookman or Barnes on the left or the right-hand side of Maddison and Tillemans.
Yeah.
That's how we could play it. Mickey Rook, nice question. Notice how no one puts Perez. Yeah, no one does put Perez in that lineup. In any of them, no one has mentioned Perez today. I think he'll be on the bench. But I don't know.
He's a brilliant sub for me. I think he's a
He's
really
a good sub. He's a good sub. John Maxwell, I think it might be a 3-2-3-2. 3-2-3. Bloody hell. So how would you play that?
You play three at the back, then you play the two. That's not even a formation, is it? Because you can't even play fullbacks with that.
No, you can't, could you? Perez could be that other, as we're saying, against Maddison. But then does that mean you've got too many attacking players if you play Perez on the left-hand side of that diamond?
It's a hard one because, like you say, the moment you put them two strikers up there, you lose out on the attacking players in like a Lookman or something like that.
We're saying whoever the Facebook user, where's Maddison playing? I would say Maddison would be the number 10 as he's got just behind the front two, the creativity. That's where we're going about Maddison.
He can't not get in. There's certain players that you'd say you can't just not have him in. So you've got to see Wilf and Maddison. They're the two that you know that has to be in.
Here we go, lads and lasses watching. If you didn't know, Leicester Fan TV are on Match of the Day, not Match of the Day, sorry, on the pre-show before the game. So make sure you watch it. Make sure you please watch it. And any of you that are not involved in us, please like, subscribe and share. Please do us a favour. Everyone subscribe to Leicester Fan TV, whether it's on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. We're on absolutely everywhere. And do me a favour, follow me on the Fox's Arms. A bit of selfishness here. Just if you've not got me on Twitter already, just follow me on the Fox's Arms. Much appreciated. That's all the flogging out to do. That's all I want to do. My name is Sam, by the way. I don't know why it's not showing up. You just have to click on the link. Just go out of the stream again, Sam. Click on the StreamYard link, and that's all you've got to do. That's all you've got to do, and it will show your name. As simple as that, pal. So come then, read it. I've mentioned my team. You're the midfield. What are you going for?
It's a hard one because, like I say, Wilf and Maddison have to be in there, which means you've only got two players left to put in. If you're playing two strikers, you have to
definitely have Wilf. Oh, wrong one. Sorry.
Yeah, Wilf has to be in there. Wilf has to be in there. Yeah.
Yeah, Wilf is your defensive midfielder, I presume. Yeah.
Yeah, and it just depends. It just depends if you want to play two up front or one up front. Because if you want to be attacking, you maybe would just play one up front and have two wingers in Lookman and Barnes because they've been playing okay the last few games. It just depends if you want to go to a Kelechi Amdaka formation and you lose out on both wingers. So then you probably play someone like a KDH and a Yori in midfield.
KDH. I forgot about KDH. Bloody hell. I mentioned him earlier as well, didn't I? You could play KDH there, couldn't you? You could play KDH on the left-hand side of that midfield. He started 9 out of the last 8. Well, he started 8 consecutive games, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He doesn't deserve to be dropped. I forgot about KDH. Blimey. Somebody just put a comment up about team selection. We've got this problem now, haven't we? A few weeks ago, we had 17 injured. Now we've only got 5 or 6 injured. Mm-hmm. Makes a huge difference.
And what did I say to you the last show? I think I was saying that with the injuries we've got now, we can't complain.
No, you can't now with only 5. No. Joe's put his team down here. If you want to quickly write it, I know it's going to take a long time to write it. That's not a bad team. So that would be a
4-2-3-1.
Yeah, 4-2. Yeah, indeed in Tillemans, and then that'd be a decent team, Joe. Yes, I wouldn't mind that team at all. But I would love 2 strikers though. I would really love 2 strikers. Cheers, Mark. Thank you. Thanks for coming in from all the way from Australia. The midfield for Stephen would be Wilf, Maddie, and Albrighton. Maddison, sorry, Maddie. So Albrighton getting in there. He'd give 110%. Wouldn't I know you're an Albrighton.
No. I like Albrighton, but I prefer him when he comes on because he gives a lot more effort when he comes on because he's got a lot more time to kind of go for it. If he's got a full game out of him, you might lose it by the end.
You'll be lucky, Nathan. If you want to pay Reedy's mum's mortgage off, then you can have his ticket. I think. Would you sell it for your mum's mortgage?
I probably would.
And watch it on BBC. So if you want to pay Reedy's mum's mortgage off for him, then I think he might flog it to you. But somehow I don't think that's going to happen today. LCFC, great morning, pal. KDH has to play. Has more than earned his place. He has, hasn't he? He's come into the team. He's 23, and he's come into the team. And he's done a job for us, hasn't he? He has done a job. KDH has done a very good job for us. It's a pity Wes is still not playing yet, but Andrew, he's going to be back very soon, I think, very soon. Give it 2 or 3 more weeks, and we're not quite doing score. Oh, hello, William. How are you? Not quite doing score predictions yet, but we're getting there. Before we do the score predictions, Reedy, just going to go back. I know you're a bit of a youngster compared to me.
Go on.
We're just going to have a bit of a look back in history. We're going to be Forest fans now and look back in history and go back in time.
Look in the past.
2012. We'll go back to 2012 when Jermaine Beckford scored a hat-trick against Forest in a 4-0 go. I mean, Beckford used to score goals in the FA Cup for fun, didn't he? When he was at Leeds, and for us, he used to love the FA Cup. I mean, it was a 0-0 in the replay. So in 2012, how old would you be then, Reedy? Were you
2012? I would have been 13.
Years. 13. Would you have been going to them games? Would you have been going to games then?
No.
But you'd know about it. You know Beckford scoring a hat-trick and that. So I remember watching that here. Thought, fantastic game. But that wasn't the best one. One of the best one was then we had in 2014. So 2 years later, Riyad Mahrez scoring after a Kevin Phillips penalty miss in the last minute to make it 2-2 against them. That was the last time we played them in the league. And Mahrez scored. That was Mahrez's first goal. I mean, Mahrez, were you there when he first came? Oh no, 2 years later when you were 15, were you started to go in a bit regularly? Yeah. And then, sorry, I've missed one out here. Should have done this one first. Anthony Knockaert scoring a last minute. That's even Harry Kane in the background there. Bloody hell, I forgot about him playing. So there's been some cracking stuff against Forest, hasn't it, over the years? But it's 20 odd years since Forest played in the Premier League. It's 8 years since we last played him. When Mahrez scored that goal. It's very interesting. It's good for the fans, but it's not good for the nervous and heart, is it? Playing against your local rival, especially where you are, because you're sort of on the border, aren't you? So you must have a lot of Forest fans, or a lot of Forest fans that you probably don't want to speak to a lot.
There's a lot more Forest fans around me than there is anything else, really. So, like I say, if I was to get the bus today, as in the normal bus to go down to Nottingham, I'd be the only Leicester fan on that bus.
Would you? Blimey. LCFC Grey, you're showing your age here. I remember this one, the Forest song. He's got the whole world in his hands. You won't remember that one, would you, Reader? That's far too old for you. That is 1978, isn't it? You weren't even a thought in your mum's eye then, were you?
No.
Nick Moore, Alley Les Blues. That was when Knockaert scored the goal. Also, as well, some players of the past that have played for us. It's quite good, actually. It's quite interesting. There's lots of players that have played in the past. 2 for the price of 1 here. Martin O'Neill, I know he didn't play for us, but he played for Forest and he managed us, a quality manager, and Stan Collymore. See, Stan would have been well before your time, but Stan was only here for a short time before Peter Taylor shipped him out, old Caterpillar, shipped him out after an injury, unfortunately. Stan was a quality player. I mean, you must have seen it on YouTube, Stan Collymore, and you must know about Stan. He had a quality time at Forest, didn't really work for us here. Peter Taylor shipped him out. Also, as well, Peter Shilton, one of the greatest keepers ever Leicester produced. He had a great time for us, but he didn't win anything for us, but he won everything for Forest. He won European Cups, he won the league. He did the job there for them. And also, this one, you can't forget this man, can you? Big Wes scoring at Southampton on the way to winning the league. He scored some quality goals, or not quality goals. He scored some important goals for us, didn't he, Big Wes? He scored against Southampton in the 1-0 win. He got the equaliser at Man U on the way to the winning the league. Also, the goal against Seville as well, didn't he? He scored an absolutely stunning goal. Well, it came off his thigh, really. It wasn't really a stunning goal, was it? Let me
ask you a question. I asked people in the office the other week as well. Best moment for Morgan then?
Seville goal.
Seville? Okay.
Yeah, Seville goal. It meant so much. That first goal to me meant so much. I know it came off his... Alan Rodgers, the tank. I forgot about him. Gary Mills. Favourite of the show. He'd been on the show a few times. Neil Lennon. Did Neil Lennon play for Forest both times? Did he really? Matt Mills. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of names coming up now. I was trying to think. I've got Lee Glover. He came on loan to us before your time. And there was a Norwegian bloke. I'm not sure whether people would know this. Back in the late 80s, we had a Norwegian there from Ketil Oswald. Yeah, that's a strange name, isn't it? He came on loan. Morning, Locks. How are you? The Southampton goal was my favourite. It was a good header, wasn't it? Because it was Christian Fuchs, Locks, that put the ball over and he headed it. Quality header that was.
Ross has got. Go on.
Go on.
No, I was saying Ross has found a good one there. No one ever thought of that. Benalouan.
Benalouan. That's it. However you pronounce it. What, he played for? Yes, he did play for Forest, didn't he?
He scored it. He scored the goal against Derby when I was at Forest.
Yes. Right. Well, you celebrated. We will go on less than that. Mark Draper, the other side of he played there. Alan Rogers, the tank. Yes. Also Megson. Yes, Gary Megson managed to. And Neil Leonard played against us when we let them score in the League Cup. Did he? I didn't know that. Didn't realise that. Neil Birch, Gary Parker. Right, everyone. Enough, Agent Benny. Yes, he stopped them going up, didn't he? I totally agree with that. Enough of the memories. We are sounding like, as it's the FA Cup, the A46 derby, not an East Midlands derby, it's the A46 derby. Score predictions, lads and lasses. Everyone get your score predictions in. Whether you're a Forest fan watching, whether you're a Leicester fan watching, I want to see your score predictions. Another one, Lee Peltier. I forgot about Lee Peltier. Oh, what? Sol Bamba, Friday night, Sol Bamba. He had one touch. He came on as a sub. He had one touch. That was taking a penalty. That was his only touch of the game. And he said, he wrote something, this football lark's easy or something he did, didn't he? When he went on his Twitter. Absolutely brilliant. Great to see Sol Bamba. Anyway, score. Zach Harding, 3-2. Joseph, 3-1 Leicester. Jaffrey, 3-1. I think hopefully that's Leicester. Foxes, LCFC Grey. LCFC Grey, 3-0 Foxes. Mark says 1-0. Yeah, squeaky bum time if it's 1-0, isn't it, pal? Squeaky bum time. I'm not quite, everyone's going 3-0, 2-0. I don't think it's going to be that much of one-sided. Do you?
No, it's going to be a lot closer.
Hayden, don't say that. Could you see it going to penalties? Would you miss your train? Would you miss your train coming back? Oh, no, you got a lift, haven't you? You've got a lift today.
I can see. I can see it going to penalties. I've said I'm confident on a score.
Hold on a minute, really. I forgot to say the walk for Burnley from the Leicester ground to the Forest ground today. Hopefully, it's going well. I think they've already started. I'm not sure how long it will take to walk. I'm not sure about that actually. Fair distance, isn't it?
I'll have a quick look.
You got to Google Map it here to see. Nick Moore's gone for Daka 1-0. Yeah, it's got to be a squeaky bum time, isn't it? It's really going to be squeaky bum time as long as it doesn't end up like Kidderminster's game yesterday. Did you see Kidderminster's game yesterday, Reader?
I watched the highlights. It was very.
I mean, West Ham were the better team, but for West Ham to score 2 injury time goals, one in normal time and one in extra time to win it, how heartbreaking is that?
It's just that's the FA Cup for you, though, isn't it?
Yeah, Forest not in good form at the minute, but are we in good form, Ian? Who's got the better form? Would you say? Who would you say has got the better form? Give Burnley.
Apparently, it takes 8.5 hours to walk.
8.5 hours. Bloody hell. They must have really started early. Pelt scored a great penalty against, but yes, he did. There's some quality penalties that night. Gonna cry. 4-2 Forest. I think that's a Leicester fan. Hopefully, that's a Forest fan saying that. If you're a Leicester fan doing that, KDH still. I would love to see KDH. I think if KDH scored, love your profile pics, Pate. KDH scored a double. It'd be absolutely fantastic. Form book is out the window for derby matches. It's the A46 derby. It's not an East Midlands derby. It's an A46 derby. Yeah, Simon is on his travels for Burnley. Yes, he is. Enjoy. I know you probably won't be watching this, Simon, because you'll be concentrating on getting there. But yeah, enjoy. Well, how can you enjoy walking that far? Remember, those watching at home, the women's against Birmingham today, isn't it? A tough game against Birmingham. If they win this, that will give them a bit of a. I think that'll be 4 points difference between us and Birmingham in there. Fofana, he starts training on Valentine's Day, so Roger said. So hopefully a couple of weeks after that. Simon is on his. I've just done that one. Simon is on his travels. Going to be at the local hero today. Going to be a noise today. Yes. There won't be much noise from you tomorrow morning, I bet, Ross, because you'll be hung over to high hell, I think. Mark Lowe, I'm not quite sure what that is, but thank you. Read it. So come on then. We stopped you in full flow. What is your score prediction going to be?
I've gone for a 2-1, but in my head, I have a feeling it's going to go 1-1 straight to penalty. Oh, sorry, go to penalties, and then it'll be in their end. I don't know why. Just I have a suspicion that it's going to happen, and then we're just not going to be able to get the win on it. But I think we'll go 2-1.
Let's hope we don't go passive. Yes, let's hope. I'm going for. I know Hayden put a 2-2 draw and then win on penalties. I don't want that. On Facebook. Cheers, pal. Sorry, yes, it doesn't show up on StreamYard, but thanks a lot, mate. Much appreciated. Unfortunately, that one doesn't show up. Hayden said like 2-2 and penalties. I think it's going to be squeaky bum time. I think we will concede, unfortunately. But I'm going for... Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to go for, really. I really don't know what to go for. I don't know.
You never know. You never know. We could, in the first 10 minutes, we could be 2-0 up. But
been there, done that before, and lost.
Mm.
We don't want to score too early. Don't want to score too early and then invite them on. Just look what happened against Spurs and Brighton. We invited them on. I don't think Charlie's going for 4-1 Foxes. I'm not sure, Charlie. I don't think it's going to be that much 3-1. I'm going for a 2-1. I know that's a squeaky bum time and a bit of an easy one, but I'm going for a 2-1. Daz is going for a 3-1 Foxes. My Mrs. Forest fan says 2-1 to them. Well, make sure you tie her up and put her in a cupboard if you're watching the game during it, Pope. Or go ahead, get her cooking the dinner or something. Oh, no, sorry. You shouldn't be saying that nowadays. That's not allowed, is it? Foxes, Mark Lowe's going for another. He keeps going for a squeaky bum 1-0. That would be a nightmare, wouldn't it? Squeaky bum 1-0. Have faith. Joe Hunter 2-1 in extra time, 1-1. I hopefully don't go to extra time because I haven't got my Sunday lunch after the game and I don't want to go too late after that. Nice bit of roast turkey tonight. So yeah,
very nice.
Dino Saunders 2-0 comfortable. I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to be that comfortable. What people are. Forest are a decent lower league team, and it's their big game, isn't it? They thought Arsenal was a big game. They said we've got better players. Mr. Dorr, I'm sure Mr. Dorr on tour says we've got better players than Arsenal. But if we've got better players than Arsenal,
on paper we have better players. Yeah.
Oh, we've got the draw as well. This is awful. This is going to be awful. The draw is at 20-11, 20-12, isn't it?
What?
Yeah. Before the lunchtime game, is it Liverpool? Who have Liverpool got today?
1 sec.
It's whoever Liverpool have got today. It's 20 minutes before their kickoff. That's it. So we'll know before when we win, not if we win, when we win, who we've got. Now, surely that gets in the players' heads a bit, doesn't it? They know who they're going to play.
Probably. Like, don't get me wrong, there's the other game at 6:30 tonight. It's Bournemouth versus Boreham Wood. If Boreham Wood somehow makes it through, you never know.
Say if, like Mark has put here, Norwich. If we get Norwich at home or Bournemouth or Boreham Wood at home, they're going to be thinking, oh, if we win this, we're into the quarterfinals again. It's no, hold on.
Yeah.
No.
The next round's 5th round. No, the next round's
the next round is last 16 and then the quarter. Yeah. So they'd be thinking, or Huddersfield away. So Ross gets an easy trip over the border for him. But yeah. So cool then. What did you say? Oh, well, yes, Jason, good Peterborough. I remember the last time I went Peterborough away, we lost 3-0. Oh, it was unbelievable. Wooden benches, splinters in my arse, all bloody game. Jesus Christ. And we lost 3-0. And my mate Richard Smith got sent off for pull it. Well, he didn't get sent off. A fan ran on and he had a big mullet and Richard Smith grabbed him by the hair and pulled him back while he was. That's Richard Smith, the old centre half. Bash grab higher if you're interested. But yeah, really. So what did you say as your score?
2-1.
2-1. Oh, yeah. I'm going for 2-1 as well. I'm not enjoying a 2-1 win, but I'm going for a 2-1. I want it nice and comfortable, but I'm not going. Don't extra time or penalties.
It's a lot of hard. It's a bigger and harder game than people think it is. People don't think it's going to be an easy clean sheet 4-0. No. Read it.
Here's a question for you. If we lose, we're not going to lose, but would you rather it be 90 minutes or penalties? How would you want it? Because I think I think it's an awful way to lose on penalties. I really do. Feel sorry for Man U. Well, I don't really, but I feel sorry. Losing on penalties is not the best way. So I'd rather lose in 90 minutes than go to penalties because anything could happen, doesn't it? Absolutely anything.
It would be heartbreak.
The last game versus Peter was. Oh no, the last game I went to see them. Neil, not the last game. The last game I went to see them. They only have one decent player. Right, pal. Cheers for joining me. You go and get you ready. Get yourself ready. Get yourself all spruced up.
Yes, I'm gonna go get my breakfast as well. Get ready for that.
All right then, pal. Right. Cheers, John. See you later. Thank you for watching. Much appreciated, everyone watching. Please give this a like and a share. If you're watching, please subscribe. Just give it a quick like and a share. I've read most of your comments out. It'd be absolutely fantastic. Marianne's going for 2-1 Leicester. Come on, you Foxes. You'll probably see him there today, won't you? He goes most games. Yeah, he probably goes most games. There's a lot of people going. Make sure you take loads of photos and videos, Reedy. Let's see them all on Leicester Fan TV, especially when you run onto the pitch at the end of the game to celebrate.
If we celebrate.
When not if, when we celebrate. Right, I'll read it. I'll see you later, pal. Thanks for joining. Yeah. See you next week. There we go. FA Cup holders playing against lower league Notts Forest, the A46 derby. What more do you want? Kick off at 4 o'clock. If you're in Spain, kick off at 5 o'clock. Much appreciated for joining. It's I was going to say something then, but I won't say it. I could get banned if I was going to say it. So it's ciao, ciao, adios, goodbye. Top of the morning to you. Come on, you Foxes. Let's do this.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.